because I want to talk to you about these two pictures you posted. One of these pictures is AI enhanced, and the other one is the original, I guess. And there was a 14-year-old kid back then in 1967 named Ronnie Hill who took these pictures,
Yep.
right?
That's right.
Tell me something about these pictures.
Yeah, again, this kid just happened to be walking out into, I forgot exactly where it was again. Ronnie Hill was 14 years old, happened to stumble upon this sphere UFO. It was bright white, and he noticed that a door was opening. He got the speed and thinking like he had his camera on him. So once he got his camera out, there was a being standing out there, and he snapped that one shot that like he was trying to snap more, but once he tried to, the being went back into that vehicle and took off. And it left imprints in the grass and other things too. So again, it was just a lucky shot. And so, no rhyme or reason why that occurrence happened. He just happened to be outside, and he just happened to turn, whoa, what the fuck? Grabs his camera fast. Again, not too many people would think about that. They'd just be like staring there with their mouth open. Like, once it took off, they're like, oh shit, I have my camera on me. But again, kid was thinking fast on his feet, took that one shot. So I have this photograph, and I didn't know that this was enhanced until yesterday. I found it I was just happened to be on Facebook, and I saw that someone enhanced the photograph of this, and I was like, I think I have the original photograph of that from Wendell Stevens' archives that I won 3 years ago from an auction. And yeah, shit. And when I saw this picture at first, I was at work, so I ran home and went right to my photo album, and I was flipping through this shit, and there it was. I was like, yes. So I took a picture of that and a video of the photograph that I have, and the enhanced photograph. That I don't know who did that. I wish I love to give them credit to whoever put that under AI, or they put it underneath some heavy duty digital cropping or whatever the hell.
So. To the right, we have the original photograph, and you own the original photograph. Do you also own the negative?
I don't. No.
Oh, no.
I only have like a few negatives from his collection, but yeah, I don't have all of them. I don't think he even had all of them either, because he was known to be trading with other UFO researchers and other collectors. So it's like baseball cards to those guys, They're like, yeah, I'll take that one. Or, yeah, I had that one for so many long years. I want this one for now. I don't know how it all works, but yeah. Again, I was just so shocked to see that very clear image of that extraterrestrial, and it was metal-like, especially when Ronnie Hill even said there was a scent too, like a metal scent in the air when he got near the area where this UFO landed. But yeah, that metallic, almost kind of looks like a chameleon, like it could change while it was moving, you know what I'm saying? It almost kind of had that flow of...
It looks like it mirrors the surroundings or something.
Yeah, even his head.
Yeah.
And you can tell it's a total suit. Like even behind the eyes, it almost has like, there's a little bit of space where the suit is and his eyes. Again, I was just shocked. I was like, no fucking way.
Let me read the caption of the picture. Wait.
Yeah, please.
July 21st, 1967, 14-year-old Ronnie Hill of Pamlico County, North Carolina, reportedly captured one of the most perplexing images in UFO history. The quiet rural stretch was interrupted by an overwhelming odor and acrid metallic scent that burned the boy's nostrils and brought tears to his eyes. Crazy.
Right.
And you know what? Thinking back about the Virginia case, you remember that? And the policeman who captured one of these beings, and he died later on because he touched it.
The stench and the oils that were on the skin of the extraterrestrials.
They had some kind of oil on their skin, and they smelled. They stank.
They smelled.
Yeah.
And there's another case too, with Robert Taylor, and I don't know if it was Wales or Scotland but yeah, he was out walking his dog and he saw this sphere a big sphere with other spheres that dropped out of it that had spikes, and they rolled up to him. He said it smelled like burnt tires, and when they got close to him, he like got knocked out because the scent was so strong, you know. So there's a lot of correlation with extraterrestrials and the scents they produce, you know, or come off of it. Either if it's like mechanical or.
And that's not the first time, yeah, right. It's not the first time we hear some whistleblowers talking about how these aliens, they stink. They really do stink, and they have this oil-like thingy on their skin. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I wonder
that
what
kind of
it
makes
is.
sense. I think that makes sense to us because we all have odors, animals do. So yeah, why wouldn't they?
Some of these sightings are so random, like this one. Why would it land there and expose itself to this boy? To this, I don't know, how old was he? 14-year-old boy. Why? And then go back in and fly away. What's the reason? What's the purpose of even being there?
They kind of like to just leave you hanging up in the air like that. Kind of like the Joe Simonton case where the ETs gave him some fucking pancakes and didn't say a fucking word to his ass. And he's just like, okay. You know? It kind of makes you sound like these are like some teenager extraterrestrials. We're like, hey, we're going to go fuck with some people today. Just for our own shits and giggles. Let's leave them dumbfounded and scared out of their minds. I don't know. Like, there's so many different extraterrestrial beings coming, especially back in the day. There's so many cases. I do a lot of videos too of the old cases of old contactees, abductees, sightings, and I feel like those are more genuine because a lot of stuff we didn't have drones back in the 70s and 60s and 50s. So yeah, a lot of these stories people really cling their soul into, you know. You can tell that their stories are more genuine than the ones that you kind of hear about today, because it's just like you could have saw a shooting star or a drone or like, you know, their stories are not that impressive, you know. It just sounds like regurgitated same bullshit because they watch too many alien movies and they just kind of wish they were the ones they were getting talked to or being interacted with. But no, I feel like the ones that don't have any means or even like beliefs in UFOs or something really has to change their mind about UFOs. Their interaction with them directly makes you wonder, especially with you and I. Like, something we saw in the fucking sky blew our fucking socks off enough where it still intrigues us until our adulthood.
Yeah.
And we're here talking to experts from all around the world and other people who are intrigued on the same subject. Again, what drives us to do that? Like, I don't know. Like, there's that sighting really, at least for me, put the gas and just said, let's go. We're on this train of, we're living in this other reality. This other reality is telling us how we should live, like structured, like get a job and raise a family and die. You know?
Yeah.
No, I feel like there's more than that, you know? We're just...
But do you feel disclosure creeping closer? Do you think we will have disclosure in the near future?
Yeah, I think so. I think the big number I've been hearing from experts is 2027 is the year is where extraterrestrials will make themselves known and saying we've been walking here around you guys for thousands of years.
Yeah, but to whom? They do it all the time. If you believe all these reports, they do it all the time. But
well, it's true.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's more than it is now. I don't know. Like, and then what do you think about this asteroid? Is it far from Earth now?
Oh, 3i Atlas?
Yeah. What's your...
It just passed the sun, right? It just passed his...
Well, I heard mixed reviews after the sun. I heard it's coming towards the Earth, and I heard it's going away from the Earth. So I was asking if you know any more news.
Yeah, I just heard it reached its closest point to the sun. Is it right? And they said at that point, if it changes its speed, or coarse, it could be something artificial. I don't think it did, but I never really believed in that, in the theory that it is an artificial object or an alien spaceship. Although I really like the idea. That it could be something like that.
Yeah.
Because not too long ago we had Oumuamua, and we also thought, oh, it could be. It's an interstellar object. So we had 2 interstellar objects. Yeah, when was Oumuamua? Oh,
2017.
2017, yeah. And now we have this object, 3i Atlas. So it's interesting that these things passing our solar system.
Even if it was a spaceship and it just happened to pass Earth, that should still be disclosure in a sense. Like, we ain't fucking alone, and you're just lucky that this thing didn't come down and announce itself, even if it was malevolent, because you still have everybody go run amok. You know, everybody would go crazy still, even if they were malevolent. And it makes you wonder, is Project Bloombeam gonna happen? Will this happen? Will be like the mass hallucination or a mass holograms and voices in everybody's heads? Even that, you're like, hats off. I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
That would take a lot to convince the fucking world, with all different gods coming back around the world saying, oh, we're here, but here's the aliens too and shit. And like, look at this shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Oumuamua 2 could be something artificial. Why not? I like the idea. Like I said, I like the idea. To just pass by and they're not really interested. Why would they be interested in us? That's the question I always ask. Why would they be interested? I don't think we're pretty interesting to extraterrestrial beings. Why would we be interesting? For what?
I think only if we would be interesting to them if we were out in space. Yeah. You know, doing missions and conquering. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're stuck on this planet where we're just not a threat to anything but ourselves, you know? So yeah, you're right. There's nothing to gain, especially if they've had indication that, extraterrestrials already stopped here and planted their seeds already. Let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, imagine being a human flying through the universe. You find a planet and you see, there's somebody living on there. So you go down and you see all these parties beating their heads in. Yes. Everybody's having war and shooting at each other. What would you do? I wouldn't land. I'd say, no, let's get the fuck out of here. No. If they doing this to themselves, what would they do to me? No, I'm out of here.
And it makes it more believable when there's other whistleblowers saying that these extraterrestrials are mortal. So, like, it makes it more of a risk going to these certain places, knowing that they could die themselves because they're hostile. Unless we're over here holding hands and singing underneath the rainbows, you know? Like,
yeah.
Let's stop here. They look peaceful.